Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, here's part two of our reading about the special with Eugene Levy on Apple TV. And it's his travel show. And I haven't seen it, but we are going to ask what did Meghan and Harry think of it? Because we know they watched it. Just we're having the Sibylla Oracle cards. We're going to use the gossip cards here. And if you haven't seen part one, go back and watch it. Uh, because it explains why you can't hear the cards ruffle or the bell ring. And cheers. I'm in wine country, so I'm having my favorite spritzers. Um, ah, very, very good. All right. So, what did Meghan and Harry, and you better believe they've watched it. You know for a fact they watched it. And they're probably trying to pick apart a lot of things right now. Look for clues. And I think that William did drop a lot of clues. And they better listen to them, especially the part about change. Let's find out what's Meghan and Harry. What do they think? Now, we at this tarot channel, we do not believe Harry and Meghan are together. So I'm going to actually focus on Meghan because she's all about that. Like, how does she feel that she didn't have any kind of success with Netflix with anything she's doing? And William just kind of shows up on a scooter, chats, walks around Windsor Castle, chats, sits down, has a beer and a cider, doing some chatting, and has all kinds of fantastic reviews. Everybody believes with his sincerity. Um, and she can't even get anything right. How does she feel about that? So, watching the slick production, watching how much Apple advertised this show, like none of us would have known about it, but Apple put out all kinds of trailers. They really wanted people to watch it. It's getting fantastic feedback. Uh, Near Megan, the Hollywood movie star, can't do anything correct. And here's a Canadian actor and a English prince or a prince of the realm of the prince of the Commonwealth, totally smashing it. Cheers to you, Megan. All right. So, what does Megan think about this? What does Megan think about this? What does Megan think about the Eugene Levy trial? And no matter what she says, she's watched it. She's a stalker. She's probably watched it 100 times by now on slow mo. On slow mo. It's probably up there kissing her screen. You could be mine, all mine. Anyways, I should not sing. Just Megan think about. Shall we begin? Wow. Hope in reverse. Hope in reverse. She knows, and this is so interesting because under her card on William's reading, it was hope of ending. What does William think? William hopes this angry lady, this is the end we're going to hear of this angry lady. And look at this, how this reflected hope in reverse. She knows she has zero hopes of ever coming back into that family. She got the message loud and clear. She has no hope at all. She knows it's over. She knows it's over. Journey, but maybe, maybe if we just travel to the UK right now and confront the king and make sure we're reinstated, and then William will look like the bad one. I honestly think that's their game plan. Oh, surprise, surprise in reverse. She wasn't surprised by some of the things that William has said at all. She wasn't surprised at all. She actually knew it was coming. She actually did. She may have been surprised how little or how nothing that he really mentioned them. But overall, she wasn't surprised. She was not surprised. Also, this would be the 10 of Pentacles. This is your uh, DNA, your legacy, passing down of wealth. So I think in some respects, they weren't surprised about some of the things that William said, that change is coming to the monarchy. I think, though, that they will definitely want to get their hands on, if anything, the inheritance. Ah, tenderness in reverse. You know what? William got the tenderness in reverse as well. You saw how many times I shuffled them up. William got the tenderness in reverse as well. I think they're going to pick up on what William said there. Unfortunately, they keep saying they call William Bully instead of Billy, Bully, the sugars on X. And now they're going to say something. I cringed actually when he said that, and they beat each other up. Um, in some respects, it's very sincere, but I mean, and that's what siblings do. But I wish he would have used another word like tussle, tumble, right? They're talking about on the trampoline. Um, I know what he meant, but I have a funny feeling Megan's gonna really run with that. And when I did William's reading, that's one of his regrets, is that the way he said that. Um, I think she's definitely going to run with that and really try and bring William down as a bully who has taught his children how to beat each other up. And there's actually terrible, terrible bots rumors that William, the reason why Catherine was in the hospital is because William beat her up. And I actually think Megan's going to zero in on that and get the bots after William. Good luck with that. The consultant, the consultant. There she is with the chairs. If you go back on the other video, it was an angry woman throwing chairs, and there she is, the consultant. So there she is with the chairs. So the cards actually have a bit of a sense of humor and say, yeah, you've got the right person. Ah, peasant. I thought that said peasant, please. Pleasant pastime. Pleasant pastime. And the last card here, inconsistency, and it's in reverse. Well, she knows that the message that William is passing on is very consistent. Also, here, this pleasant pastime, I'm getting that um, she actually thought it was good. She actually thought, the whole production and everything, and she would understand that, right? There's something here. She enjoyed watching it. She enjoyed um, seeing the love of her life. She actually did have she did enjoy the production of it, and she did enjoy watching it and maybe seeing parts of Windsor Castle she's never seen, hearing about some of the things. And I think part of the pleasantness is this here. I think she's going to take off with that. What's the underlying? A blonde woman. A blonde woman. Now, is that our dear Catherine? Because she has been lightened her hair and whatnot. And why would she be thinking of a blonde woman? Like, it could be because Megan did noticeably lighten her wig. So perhaps she was thinking about Catherine's blonde hair. But we'll get some clarifiers. We'll get some clarifiers. So, what was she not surprised about? What was Megan not surprised? What was Megan not surprised? What was Megan not surprised about? What was Megan not surprised about? Loss of money in reverse. Interesting. Five of Swords. So she was not surprised about they're gonna be out of all the inheritance and everything. I think that that's why they're traveling. This is the inheritance card. This is the 10 of Pentacles. This is the legacy, the wealth legacy, the passing on the generational wealth. And I think so she wasn't surprised that what she heard was they were going to be frozen out of the money. Um Possibly she was not surprised that there was any mention about money. Let's clarify that a little further. So maybe she feels like they're not going to lose money. They're not going to be out of Pa's um, inheritance. That's all they're concerned about. Look at that card up right there. There's no hope they'll be ever back in the royal family, but they didn't hear anything about money. But you know, royal people don't talk about money. People with money don't talk about money. Only people with no money talk about money. It's like what do they say? Like sex and money. When you talk about it too much, it's because you don't have any of it. Let's clarify this a little further. Look at all the reversals. Flatterer. I think she was really upset that they weren't mentioned. I really do. I think she was upset that they were not mentioned in the least. Not even a hint. So in some respects, she wasn't surprised that they weren't mentioned, but she secretly wishes they were, but she wasn't surprised by it. She was hoping there'd be some kind of mention about the loss of Harry, right? Because we have loss. And that would have just really flattered her, but she wasn't surprised her and Harry weren't mentioned. All right. So what's this pleasant outcome? And that I initially read peasant, please, right? That would be her. That would totally be her. Peasant, please. Um, Peasant, please. I don't need an iron. Clarify this? What was she happy about? What was she pleasantly what was the pleasant pastime that she had watching this? What was the pleasant I just think this is so funny, the consultant, she's holding the chairs. Go back and look at William's reading, and it's angry woman, and she's throwing chairs. So the cards are laughing and saying, "Yeah, we got ya. We're right tuned into the energy. We're confirming." So what was she pleasantly surprised about? What kind of pleasant, not so pleasantly surprised, pleasant pastime? Clarify this pleasant pastime, please. A sincere friend in reverse. She didn't think it was sincere. She thought it was fake. So she was pleasantly surprised. I think why did she think it was fake? Did she think it was fake? Or why did she think maybe people would think it was fake like she is? Trap. Trap. Oh, yeah, she trapped William with his own words. That's why she was pleasantly surprised or pleasantly pleased. She has something here. You mark my words. I could feel it in my bones. This card was in both readings in reverse. She's going to take that and run with it. So she's really happy. Also, this is three of swords. This was the trap. It was the betrayal. I think that there she is. Queen of Wands in reverse. A sincere friend is somebody who's not loyal at all. There she is. I just noticed that. Queen of Wands in reverse. She's gonna use some of his words against him. Now, of course, she's not gonna come out and say it. She's gonna use her bot army, she's gonna use the sugars, but man, she is going to use it. Who's this blonde woman? Who's the 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 blonde woman? Oh, weakness, Melody. It is, um, it is our fair Catherine. It is our fair Catherine. She now knows that Catherine, well, she probably has always known Catherine is his weak spot. I think we're going to see her use his words against him and somehow hurt Catherine with it. That's her MO all the time. Why am I not shocked? Yeah. Well, are you shocked? I'm not shocked. I don't even want to go on X and have a look and see what she's going to come up with the bots about. I think we're going to see William regret that. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care of yourself. See you online. Fare thee well.